Prior to shampooing, make a thorough assessment of the hair texture, hair growth and hairline patterns. As the hair will be cut short, paying particular attention to the head shape will help determine a suitable shape and length. Ensure the client is sitting straight with arms and legs uncrossed. To start the first phase, take a vertical section from the crown to the front hairline. Lift the hair straight up and cut a line that is shorter at the crown and longer towards the front. It is advisable when cutting the guideline to assess how the hair has reacted and then make a final decision on the appropriate length, adjusting where necessary. Starting at the crown, take a horizontal section from the center guideline and using the fingers to gauge the angle, cut a line down into the side area that retains length through the center. Now continue to the front hairline using horizontal sections and cut using the previous section as a guide. Notice the angle at which the fingers are held to the head. To connect the back into the top, cut by using vertical sections. Note how each section is over-directed onto the previous one. The second side uses the same method of sectioning and cutting as the first. Moving to the side area, take a vertical section at the temple and using the top lengths as a guide, connect with the previously cut top sections. Now continue backwards with vertical sections. Use the previous section as a guide and cut without over-direction. Connect the back into the sides by using vertical sections. Notice how each section is over-directed onto the previous one. Now work on the lower side area using vertical sections and, as before, cutting without over-direction. Once again, connect the back into the sides by using vertical sections that are over-directed onto the previous one. Continue down to the side of the neck area using vertical sections and connect the back by over-directing forward. The second side uses the same method of sectioning and cutting as the first. Now take a vertical section through the centre back to the hairline, and using the previously cut length at the crown as a guide, cut a line that follows the head shape. Now work on the top area through the first side. Use vertical sections and cut from the centre guideline to the area behind the ear. Continue on to the middle area, cutting in the same way as before, from the centre guideline to the area behind the ear. The bottom area at the nape then follows this. For the second side, return to the original guideline and use the same method of sectioning and cutting as for the first side. Whilst working, pay particular attention to the balance and symmetry. The second phase consists of cross-checking the shape with horizontal sections that start at the sides and blend into the top. This is then followed by the same procedure through the back, once again blending with the top layers. To start the third phase, move to the front and refine the fringe lengths by checking first in the fingers and then on the skin. Note the length that is created through the centre. Cut the side by using scissor over comb technique. Start from the hairline in front of the ear and gradually blend into the top lengths. Whilst working with scissor over comb, always work in the opposite direction to the hair growth and keep the comb and scissors moving in unison. Continue to the area over the ear and blend into the top lengths. Then work on the lengths behind the ear up into the crown. The second side now uses the same method of cutting as the first. Continuing onto the back, use scissor over comb through the centre of the nape towards the crown, and then repeat through both side areas. Now start at the hairline in front of the ear. Using the clippers with the blades open, blend from the hairline into the sides by slowly moving the clippers simultaneously upwards and outwards. This will ensure an even blend from skin into hair. Continue to the area above the ear and blend into the top lengths. The area behind the ear then follows this. After completing the second side, move to the back. Using a barbering comb, refine the blend from skin to hair. Refine the outline shape using the small clippers, which is then followed with the large clippers with blades closed. This will ensure a clean fade from skin to hair, paying particular attention to avoid any hard lines. Use a vent brush to check the texture, balance and proportion of the final shape. And here is the finished result that concludes the A series. A classic shape that works from the shortest exterior into longer lengths through the top without a harsh line, and incorporates all of the disciplines of men's techniques.